everyone, my name is Nazwa Gizza Sartika, student number 33250055. Today I will present my grammar as an assignment title Pre-Intermediate Grammar. I will explain two main grammar topic, conditional sentence and direct speech versus a reported speech. I hope this presentation will be easy to understand and useful for all of us. Let's get started. Okay, what is conditional sentence? The first topic is conditional sentence. A conditional sentence is a sentence used express a condition and its result. It usually uses connecting words such as if, unless, as long as, and provide that. Conditional sentence have four main functions. First, to talk about fact. Second, to talk for possible. 3. To imagine an unreal situation. And 4. To express regret about the past. The basic formula is if plus condition, then result. For example, if I study hard, I will pass the exam. In this sentence, if I study hard is condition clause. Using simple present tense and I will pass the exam is the result a clause using future tense. Now, let me explain the four main types of conditional sentence. Number 1, a zero conditional, which as if plus simple present tense in both clauses. Number 2 is first conditional, which use if plus simple present and will plus verb 1 in the result clause. Number 3 is second conditional, which as if plus simple past and would plus verb 1. And number 4 is third conditional, which as if a plus past perfect and would have plus verb 3. Each type has a different function, which I explain in the next slide. Okay, the first type is zero conditional. The explained sentence is if it's rain, the ground gets wet. In the sentence, the if clause is if it rains, and the main clause is the ground gets wet. We use zero conditional here because the situation always happens. It is a scientific fact. The evidence is rainwater falling on the ground always makes the ground wet. This is supported by National Geographic Kids, which states that rain is water that falls from clouds to Earth's surface. So, whenever it's rain, the ground will always get wet. That is why we ask zero conditional. Second types is first conditional. The explain is if she wake up early, she will catch the bus. The if clause is if she wake up early, which are simple present tense. The main clause is she will catch the bus, which as future tenses. We ask first conditional because this is a real and possible situation in the future. If the action happens, there will be a real result. The evidence is leaving home earlier increase the chance of arriving on time. This is supported by Indeed.com, which explained that good time management help people avoid delay and arrive on time. Okay, the third type is second conditional. The explain is if I were you, I would apologize to her. The if clause is if I were you, which as simple past tense. The main clause is I would apologize to her, which as would plus verb 1. We as were instead of was because this is a hypothetical or imaginary situation. Is it not real? The evidence is apologizing can help repair a relationship and reduce conflict. According to American Psychology Associations, apologizing and good communication can improve interpersonal relationship. The reference for this slide is from Bieber et al. 199. Logman Grammar of Spoken and Writing English Present Education. Okay, the fourth and final type is third conditional. The explain is if she had worn a jacket, she would not have felt cold. The if clause is if she had worn a jacket, which as past perfect tense. The main clause is she would not have felt cold, which as would have plus verb 3. We asked the conditional to talk about past situation that did not happen and to express regret. The evidence is clothing help protect the body from cold temperatures. According to CDC, wearing warm clothes help prevent cold-related health problems. The reference is also from Bieber et al. The same. Okay, now I will move on to the second topic, direct speech versus reported speech. Okay, the first direct speech. Direct speech is used to report the exact words spoken by a person. Quotation marks are used because the speaker original words are written exactly as the words. Direct speech is commonly found in conversation, interview, newspaper, novel, and news report. For example, she said, "I'm very happy today." On the other hand, reported speech, also called indirect speech, is used to report why someone said without repeating the exact word. Quotation marks are not used. Several grammatical elements usually change, such as tense, pronouns, and time expression. For example, she said that she was very happy that day. The key difference is that direct speech keeps the original word, while reported speech reports the meaning. When we change direct speech into reported speech, three main grammatical changes usually happen. First is tense change when the reporting verb is in the past tense, such as said, told, or explained. The tense move one step back into the past. For example, simple present becomes simple past, present continuous becomes past continuous, and will becomes would. Second is pronoun change. Pronoun change depending on the speaker and listener. For example, I becomes he or she, and we become they. For example, direct speech, I finished my homework. Reported speech, he said that he had finished his homework. The third grammatical change is time expression change. Time expression also shift to match the reporting situation. For example, today becomes that day, tomorrow becomes the next day, yesterday becomes the previous day, now becomes then, and next week becomes the following weeks. For example, direct, I will come tomorrow. Reported, she said that he would come today. These changes are very important to make sure the reported speech is grammatically correct and logical. Now, let me give a complete example of how direct speech is changed into reported speech. Direct speech, the teacher said a student must submit the assignment tomorrow. Reported speech, the teacher said that his student had to submit the assignment the next day. Let's be analysis. The change the modal verb must change to had to because the reporting verb said is in the past tense. The same expression tomorrow changed to next day to match the reporting situation, and the quotation mark are removed because we are no longer using the speaker's exact word. This following the basic rule in the reportership, which is supported by Cambridge Dictionary and Murphy English Grammar in use 50 edition. In addition to conditional sentence and reported speech, I also want to briefly explain two other grammar patterns. First is passive voice. Passive voice is used when the focus of the sentence is on the action rather than the subject who performs it. The pattern is subject plus be plus verb 3 for example, the report was complete yesterday. Second, I wish. The word wish is used to express hope, desires, or regret. The pattern are wish plus past tense or wish plus would or could. For example, I wish had more free time. Okay, to summarize the grammar pattern briefly, conditional tense are used to express condition and their possible result. Type 1 is for real possibilities. Type 2 is for imaginary situation, and type 3 is for expressing regret about the past. Reported speech is used to report what someone said indirectly. The tense and time expression usually change. For example, direct "I'm tired." She said. Reported said that she was tired. Before I conclude, I would like to highlight some common grammar mistakes that students often make. First, using the wrong tense for a current time expression. Second, in a passive voice, forgetting to use verb 3 or the correct form of be. Third, in which sentence using present tense instead of past tense. 4. Mixing up conditional types. Remember, after will, we must use verb 1, not verb 2 or 3. And 5. In reported speech, forgetting to change both the tense and time by times expression. By understanding the expression and practicing regularly, we can improve our grammar skill and reducing mistakes. In conclusion, conditional sentences are used to express condition and result. Each type has a different function, from expressing fact, future possibilities, imaginary situations to past regret. Understanding the pattern helps us communicate more clearly and accurately in English. For direct and reported speech, the main difference is that direct speech uses the speaker's exact word, while reported speech explains the message without exact quotation. Grammatical change in tense, pronoun, and time expression are essential to make the reported speech correct. Okay, next in part 2, I will analyze grammar error in a given paragraph. Passive voice. The first study case is about a passive voice. The original paragraph contains many errors in a passive voice construction. Let me walk through then 10 correcting. Number 1 is introduced. Should be was introduced because last year signal a past event so when it past passive was plus verb 3. Number 2, employers was given should be were given because employers is a plural, so we must use were, not was. Number 3, uh, are, are reorganized should be were reorganized. Still in the last year's context, so past passive is recruit. Okay, number 4, has implement should be had been implemented. Last month a signal passed, so we ask past perfect passive had been plural verb 3. Number 5, must finish it should be must be finished because a modal passive rule requires modal plus be plus verb 3. The word be cannot be skipped. Number 6, should submit it should be submit. Same rules applies. Number 7, our conduct should be were conducted. Past passive requires were plus verb 3 and conduct must become conducted. Number 8, required attendance would be required to attend. After required, we always use to plus verb 1, the full infinitive. Number 9, have been achieved should be had been achieved by the end of the program signal past context. So we ask past perfect passive. And number 10, the entire paragraph must mention consistent past tense. Mixing present and past tense violates tense consistency. The second study case is about subjunctive wish. The paragraph contains error in the use of wish. Number 1, wish they have should be wish they had. When expressing a present unreal wish, we add simple past, so have become had. Number 2, wish they are understand should be wish they understood. Our understand is grammatically wrong with plus present situation requires simple past. Number 3, with wish he studied should be wished he had studied. Since the reporting verb is past, we as wished. And since this is a regret about the past, we need past perfect had studied. Again, number 4, wishes he can should be wishes he could. The reporting verb becomes wishes can and can must passive to could. Number 5, wish their lecturers will give should be wish their lecturers would give. When wishing for a future or unlucky change, we ask would, not will. Number 6, wish they don't feel should be wish they didn't feel. Wish plus present situation requires simple past. Number 7, wish everything is easier should be wish everything were easier. For unreal present wishes, we ask whereas the subjunctive form never is. Okay, number 8, 9, and 10 all follow the same rule. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, the wish verb must also be past. Wishes, not wish or wishes. Okay, the third study case is about conditional sentence. Number 1, will pass it should be will pass. First conditional requires will plus verb 1. Pass it is verb 2 or 3, which is wrong after will. Number 2, it will boils should be it boils. This is a zero conditional expressing a scientific fact. No will is needed. Number 3, if they have more time, they will be happier. Should be if they had more money, they would be happier. This is a second conditional for unreal present situation. So have become had and will be comes would be. Number 4, if the lecturers explain, student understood should be if the lecturer had explained, student would have understood. This is such conditional because the event did not happen in the past. Number 4, if I know I will submit should be if I had known I would have submit. Third is conditional for past regret. Number 6, she will pass it should be she would have passed it. To if she had studied. This is a third conditional. Number 7, if she studied should be if she has studied. Third conditional if clause needs past perfect. Number 8, if people will walk should be if people walk. In if clauses will is never used. We always use simple present. And number 10, the key lesson is that the correct conditional type must always match the time and reality for the situation. Okay, the fourth and final study case is about direct speech and reported speech. Number 1, say that student must submit tomorrow should become say that students had to submit the following days. In reported speech, there are no quotation mark must back shift to had to and tomorrow shift to the following day. Number 2, they are working last week should be they had been working the week before. Past context requires past perfect continuous and last week shift to the week before. Number 3, I am finished should be I have finished. I am finished. It's grammatically incorrect. The correct form is a present perfect. Have finished. And number 4, the student is finished should be the student has finished. In reported speech, present perfect shift to past perfect. Number 5, I will come late yesterday should be I came late yesterday. Yesterday signal past, so will is wrong. The correct form is a simple past came. And number 6, thought that he will explain should be said that he would explain. Told needs an object. Will back shift to would and explain after a model must be verb 1. And number 7, I explained yesterday should be I explained yesterday. Yesterday requires a simple past. And number 8, 9, 10 all involve removing quotation marks, changing a pronoun backseat model from can to could, and shifting time expression from now to then. That concludes my presentation for both part 1 and part 2 of a pre-intermediate grammar. To summarize, I have explained conditional sentence, direct and reported, passive voice, and with and theory and through study case analysis. I hope this presentation has helped us all understand English grammar better. If you have any question, I am happy to answer you. Thank you so much for listening.